What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And I figured, since all the celebrities are telling stories on the internets to all the kids during the lockdown, I figure, why not tell my own story? I mean, heck, they're not better storytellers than me. And besides, they're telling all their stories by reading it from other people who wrote the story. Whereas me, my story is my story. So go get the kids, gather around. Welcome to Kevin's Corner, story time with Kevin in Kevin's Corner, which you're about to hear the story of the bird that couldn't fly. Now, deep within the forest, high up on the side of a cliff, lived a family of cardinals, red birds. There was Papa Bird, Mama Bird, two baby birds. The oldest baby bird was named Balco. He was strong, he was brave. Dad was very proud of him. Then the smaller bird was Simon. He wasn't so brave. He wasn't so no muscles, nothing. A little scrawny. Dad wasn't so proud of him. Well, the day came when the birds were supposed to be able to fly. So Balco gets up on the edge of the nest, cracks his neck, stretches his wings, whoop, 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 and off into the sky he flies. Dad stands there looking proudly. That's my boy. Then he looks down at Simon. All right, Simon, it's your turn. So Simon gets up on the edge of the nest, cracks his neck, stretches his wings. Here goes nothing. And he jumps. And back down he comes. And his father says, Simon, what are you doing? Why can't you fly? I don't know, Dad. I'm trying to fly. I can't get the hang of it. What do you mean you can't get the hang of it? We're birds. That's what we do. We fly. Well, that night, Simon overheard Papa Bird talking to Mama Bird about how disappointed he was that Simon couldn't fly. So Simon decides, you know what? Either I'm going to fly or I'm going to fall. So in the middle of the night, Simon goes out to the edge of the nest, gets up on the edge, cracks his neck, stretches his wings. All right, here goes nothing. Banzai! And he jumps. Oh, this was a bad idea. Down through the trees he falls, lands and hits the ground. Poof! Big puff of smoke shoot up. Now immediately, as he shakes himself, he begins to hear the horrific sounds of the forest. The wolves howling. The wind whistling. And out of the bush jumps a snake and a lizard. They grab Simon by both of his wings and they pulling him side to side. And the snake says, listen, I saw him first. And the lizard says, no, I saw him first. And the snake says, well, he's a little scrawny, but maybe we can both share him. So they agree. Now, Simon finds himself about to be roasted over a fire. But while they're preparing him, these two idiots start fighting about who's going to get the first bite. And while they're fighting, Simon starts to wiggle and jiggle and gets off the stick they had him on, and he runs out into the forest. Now, by now, the sun is coming up, and he notices out from underneath a bush was a blacktail with a white stripe. Out comes a little pudgy skunk named Armando. And Armando looks at Simon and says, what are you doing out here in the forest all alone? Me? Well, I fell out of my nest and I can't get back up there because I can't fly. What do you mean you cannot fly? You are a bird, right? Birds are supposed to be able to fly. Yeah, I know. Okay, man. Everybody been saying that. I'm a little different. I can't fly, okay? And what's it to you anyway, Mr. Armando, the great Armando? Okay, Mr. Great Armando, what's it to you anyway? And why are you out here by yourself? Who, me? Well, I'm out here alone because, very good question. Let me see. It is probably because, look at me, I'm so beautiful. People are probably jealous of me. I have this beautiful black fur and this sexy white stripe, right? Now, as he's talking, Simon begins to smell something. Oh, dang. Oh, what did you say your name was? Is it Armando? Oh, Mr. Armando, I don't think it's because people jealous of you. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, my eyes are watered. I think it's because, I don't know how to break it to you, man, but you don't smell so good. Me, the great Armando stinks? Yeah, but listen, I'm not going to judge you. Even though you stink, you're a little tart. I'm going to still be your friend. I think, well, since you will be Armando's friend in spite of his stinkiness, I will help you learn to fly. Now, both of the animals walk off, and as they're walking along the path, they look up and see this beautiful blue jay sitting on a branch singing, and she flies down and asks, what are you two doing out here in the forest like this alone? Well, my friend here, he cannot fly, and I'm trying to help him learn. But you are a bird, right? I mean, maybe you can help him learn to fly. Me? Help him? No, I don't understand. I mean, you are both birds, right? Yeah, but see, I'm a blue bird, okay? He's a red bird. Bluebirds and red birds, they don't mix. And Simon says, what? Blue, red, what? Who, what? Look, I don't know nothing about no blue, red, purple, orange. I don't care. If you just help me learn to fly, for all I care, you don't have to talk to me ever again. So the blue jay's like, oh, fine, I guess I can do a good deed for the day. Come on, boy. So all the animals start walking off towards this big field. And as they're walking along the path, Simon and Armando are eating berries and they're offering them to the blue jay. Would you like a berry? And she's like, no, I don't want none of y'all berries. Just come on, let's get this over with. So they get to this big open field and she says, all right, Simon, Simone, whatever your name is, all you need to do is run as fast as you can, jump as high as you can, flap your wings as hard as you can, and you will fly. So Simon's like, all right now, and I heard that before. Okay, I can do it, I'm good, ready? And Simon takes off running, he jumps, he flaps, and back down he lands. And she looks at him. Ugh, that was pathetic. It was the worst effort I've ever seen out of a bird, anytime, any place, anywhere. So Simon gets mad. That's it. I am sick and tired of everybody getting on me because I can't fly. All I hear is you need to fly. You need to fly. Just because I can't fly, so what? I mean, they don't understand what I'm going through. And the blue jay says, oh, really? Yeah, really. Oh, you think you got it bad, Simon? I do got it bad. I mean, you got it made. Look at you. You're the blue jay. Everybody just loves the blue jay. Huh? You're beautiful and you can fly. So the blue jay's like, is that what you think? Okay, fine. I am gorgeous. I'm not even going to deny that. I'm just absolutely drop dead stunning gorgeous. I'm talking Coca-Cola figure. I'm talking runway model type ready. I understand that. I get that. But how do you think it feels to have to live up to the standard of what everybody think a blue jay should look like? You know why I didn't eat those berries while we was on the path? It's because I was afraid of getting fat. I mean, do you know how it feels to be so beautiful on the outside and sometimes feel so ugly on the inside? Now, as she starts to break down, Simon was like, well darn, I thought you had a perfect life. Look, don't cry. I mean, I guess we all got problems. Why don't we just put our problems aside and just work together? So the blue jay's like, fine. And they become friends because they realize we all got problems on the inside. So they go on their journey, but Simon still can't fly. So they run across this fox leaning up against a tree. He has his derby hat pulled down low, has a toothpick in his mouth. And he says, yeah, say, well, what are you guys doing out here in the forest, eh? Well, my friend here, he cannot fly. We are trying to help him learn to fly. Maybe you can help him learn to fly. Me, old Sly? Yeah, I'll help your friend learn to fly. Tell you what, why don't you guys meet me in 1 hour at my foxhole, and I'll teach your friend here to fly. So the animals agree. And as they walk away, old Sly runs back to the other foxes and says, well, listen up, guys. I want you to meet me at my foxhole at 5 because I'm having a barbecue. Now, 1 hour goes by, and all the animals are walking towards Sly's foxhole, and by now, Balco, Simon's older brother, is flying high, looking for him, and he looks down and notices all the animals about to walk into a trap. So he swoops down, grabs all the animals, and he tries to fly them to safety, but Simon's freaking out. I mean, he's flopping around, wiggling, scared of heights. And old Balco's like, look, Simon, man, you got to calm down. Stop, man. Look, you're going to make us fall. And all the animals fell to the ground and was captured by the foxes, except for Simon. Simon rolls and gets up and runs off into the forest. And old Sly stands up and he says, listen up, Simon. I know you're out there. And if you don't meet me in 1 hour at the cliffs, your friends here are going to get it. Now Simon knows what he has to do. Paints his face. Puts his headbands on. Sharpens his sticks. And he finds an old blanket left in the forest and he makes a backpack out of it, puts all his stuff in the backpack. And 1 hour goes by. He's standing at the cliffs. In front of him are 2 foxes. And behind them is old Sly. And he got all Simon's friends in a net hanging off the side of the cliff. And he says, listen up, Simon. Don't you try anything funny or your friends here are going to hit the bricks. Simon squints his eyes. Takes off running towards the foxes. The one fox goes to eat him. He slides underneath the fox, comes up from behind him, pulls out one of his sticks, cracks the fox on top of the head. The other fox goes to bite him. Simon does a flip, lands on top of his head, and that fox is like, yo, man, where'd he go? And old Sly says, that's it, Simon. Your friends here are going to get it. And he lets him go. Simon runs as fast as he can, jumps, slides on his stomach and grabs the net, and he's hanging on, and the animals are in the net, screaming and crying and spitting and snotting, and they're like, Simon, don't let us die, Simon, hang on, Simon, hang on. We know you ain't got no muscles, but you better use what you got. Don't let us fall. And Simon looks over his shoulder and he says, guys, listen up. The foxes are coming. I got to jump. No, wait a minute, Simon. Don't you jump off this cliff. See, you can't fly. Simon, you better not jump off this cliff. And he says, guys, trust me. I can do this. I got to jump. And they said, Simon, listen up. If we die, we gonna kill you. You understand that? You better not jump off this cliff. He says, it's too late. And Simon jumps. All the animals close. Their eyes are, oh, this is gonna be bad. Wait a minute. We ain't falling. Oh my God, hey, whoa. Listen, man, you know what? Y'all some haters. I never doubted Simon. Simon, man, listen up, Simon. You are the man, Simon. That's what I'm talking about. And they looked up and Simon had built a parachute out of leaves and he was floating them all down to the ground. Simon still couldn't fly. He lands, lets all the animals go, and Balco, his older brother, flies him back up to the nest. And after Dad finds out what Simon did by using his brain and not his bronze, Dad decides to accept Simon for what he is. Simon is simply a bird that can't fly. The end, boys and girls. Now, the moral to the story is you got to just be able to accept people for who they are, and look at what's deep down on the inside versus what's always on the outside. Unless you a snowflake and you want everybody to capitulate and be exactly how you want them to be and think how you want them to think. And if they don't think that way, you show up at their job with signs walking around going, shame. But other than that, you got to look deep down on the inside of people and just accept them for who they are. Anyway, you've been listening to Story Time in Kevin's Corner. Thanks for hanging out. I feel like Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Anyway, so don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. I think this video is somewhat family friendly. And frankly, some of the adults might even love the bird that couldn't fly. Got another one too. I tell it as the lockdown continues and people suffer from boredom and need to hear something to entertain them. So you can always find a little bit of that along with some good political discussions here in Kevin's Corner. Now, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and the notification button. Don't forget, make sure you're still notified, and your notification button is set to all. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. If you like something, put Kevin in the promo code. You get a 20% discount. Want to donate to Kevin at Kevin's Corner? Feel free. There's a link below this video to do that as well. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and the Instagram. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.